depend to make the ink transform on any particular surface the pen lands on. I care if it's hands-on. What's the beef? The coolie high code chiefs, high technique.
There's two kinds of people who clicked on this video. Either you went, huh, who's Jurassic 5? Or you went, oh my God, he's doing Jurassic 5. Cause you get it. Today, I'm diving into the song What's Golden off their 2002 record, Power in Numbers. We're gonna dive into the beat, the lyrics, and see all of the high-level rhyming and music that's happening in this song. I just did a similar format for a Rakim and Eric B song and called it Sweating the Technique, so maybe this is a series, I don't know. Do we need an intro? Whatever. Let's first talk about the beat. This song was produced by DJ Newmark, though he's not the only DJ in the group. You've also got Cut Chemist. These are two legendary DJs, and together with the other 4 MCs, they form Jurassic 5. Now, I know you just did the mental math on that and went, but that's 6, right? And you're correct. There's a story with that I'll tell you in a second. Let's first dive into this beat. I don't know how to describe this beat other than it just feels good. The way the drums are chopped, the layers of samples and sounds in there, it just makes you want to move immediately. The primary known sample for this is that synthy bass sound, and it comes from the song Look Here by Clive Hicks from 1973. We're interested in this part specifically. This would not have been chopped up on a turntable, but I'm gonna do the best I can. So here's our chops. Let's see what we can do. There are other sounds and samples in here too. I'm not exactly sure what they are, but this bass line, I just love that you take one thing, chop it up, and make it something new and different. Let me take a quick second and thank the sponsor of today's video, Bombas. All right, look, yeah, they're socks, but here's why I wanted to work with Bombas. 1 purchased equals 1 donated. That means when you buy a pair of Bombas socks, they donate a pair. But it's not just socks either. Bombas donates the top 3 requested clothing items to homeless shelters. That's socks, shirts, and underwear. They have donated over 150 million items. That's incredible. And yes, these socks are also fantastic. Honestly, they initially sent me some of these a couple months ago, and I was like, yeah, cool, I'll get some free socks, it'll be great. But I don't know if I can go back now. These are the most comfortable socks I've ever worn, and because they donated a pair too, it's even better. Feel good and do good with Bombas, knowing your purchase is doing some real good. New customers get 20% off their first purchase. Just go to bombas.com/diggingthegreats and use code diggingthegreats at checkout. Knowing that it's 2002, I mean, Jurassic 5 formed in the 90s, but this is their second album in 2002. Again, this is just a common theme in hip-hop and music in general, the art versus the commercialization. I'm not trying to speak ill of other artists, it's just a different thing. And Jurassic 5's whole vibe is taking it back to what hip-hop is, and you can hear that not only in the music, but the group dynamic. I mean, we have 4 MCs in this group, and on this song, they each get a verse. And I mean, that's the hook. They're taking it back to the days of Yes Y'allin'. Each MC has their own specific style, so let's dive into these verses.
Check it out now. I work the pen to make the ink transform on any particular surface the pen lands on. I care if it's hands-on. What's the beef? The coolie high code chiefs, high technique. I drape off poetic landscapes and shapes. Illustrate the paper space off the pens that paint. Then design what habit, National Geographic or magic with tailor-made status and plus flavor that's automatic.
Man, I love this verse. All right, so we got transform and lands on at the end of each line here. I also just want to call attention to this phrase, any particular surface. The rhythm of that is just so fun to hear and to say. Any particular surface the pen lands on. It just feels good, man. So we have relatively simple end of the line rhyming happening, but then we get Zakir is hands-on, same with lands-on and transform. But then we get a new rhyme scheme with what's the beef, coolie high code cheese, high post techniques. Speaking of sweating the technique, here we are. So we have an end of the bar, we also have an internal rhyme, and then things get crazy. I drape poetic landscapes and shapes, illustrate the paper space off the pens that paint. That's 7 rhymes all together in 2 lines. We've also got a lot of good alliteration here with paper, pens, and paint. Then design what have a National Geographic, a magic, with tailor-made status plus flavor that's automatic. And actually, we got tailor-made and flavor. And these are internal just with themselves, but they also actually, this should be blue. What am I doing? This rhymes with drape, landscape, shape, illustrate, paper, space, paint, tailor-made, flavor. I mean, come on. 4 MCs plus 2 DJs is 6, so why are they called Jurassic 5? Well, as Charlie Tuna explained, he played one of their first songs for his then girlfriend, and she said, "You guys think you sound like the Fantastic Five, but you sound more like the Jurassic 5. They all thought that was pretty funny, but the name stuck, even though there's actually 6 of them. Now, I don't have enough ink or paper to look at all 4 verses, and all of them are unique, and all of them are so good. So like, check this out. This is the first verse. This is the second. Melancholy, mundane. We got some alliteration there. Melancholy, mundane, so I tame the hot flame. Big rings, fat chains, and y'all quest for the same. No name, use fame. Strictly new to the thing. We stay true to the game and never bring it to shame. Come on. We tight like dreadlocks or red fox and ripple. One of my favorite parts right here. We pass participles and smash the artist in you. The saga continues. This I won't get into because there ain't enough bars to hold the drama that we've been through. We still the same with a little flame, a little change in the household name. The rhythm on that, man. But ain't too much changed. We in the game, yo, but not to be vain. I refrain from salt grains to season up my name. We entertain for a mutual game. From close range, steady aim. I drum at your head to hit the brain. I'm labor ready, Rhodes Scholar for the dollar. Work for minds, pay me by the hour. I'm getting a ton of bleed through on these pages, but this is all one rhyme scheme. All yellow right here. All right. Here's Charlie Tuna's verse.
Yeah, well, it's the verbal Herman monster, the word enhancer, sick of phony mobsters controlling the dance floor. I'm in them dark places, catch you when you stark naked. Your heart races as we punk you for your taught spaces. The taught tastes be bringing these hot styles through. Some of you bum a few cheers from shock value. Word power can plow through acres of cornfields. Paragraphs cut like warm steel, perform ill.
All right, first up, verbal Herman monster, word enhancer. I think verbal Herman is so much fun to say, especially if you say it like Charlie Tuna. Verbal Herman, like as low as you can get. Verbal Herman, and then Herman Munster. These are like reverse of each other because we have the ers here, and I know Herman Munster, that's an existing phrase. He didn't invent that, but Herman Munster. So we got the ers on the outsides and man and mun on the inside. Combined with verbal Herman Munster, the word enhancer. It's so good. Sycophony mobsters, kind of like Munster. So it's got our main rhyme scheme going, but also this is like a secondary mobster Munster. Controlling the dance floor. These are like back and forth here. What more do you want in a verse? Let's keep going. I'm in them dark places, catch you when you stark naked. Dark places, stark naked, your heart races as we pump you for chart spaces. Ending rhymes, internal rhymes. And then the next one right here, the way he sort of delivers this, tart tastes, he keeps this rhyme going. And one of my favorite things is when you use a rhyme not only at the end, but in the middle, and then you keep the middle rhymes going sort of as a bridge to the next one. So we have hot styles through and shock value. We also have power and plow through, which is coming from hot styles through and shock value. And then lastly, we have cornfields, warm steel, perform ill. I love the density of this. We got all of this up here. We got internal rhymes, right? We got internal rhymes carrying over to the next one, a small internal here. This again does the same device and carries this over here. And then we just have repeated cornfield warm steel perform ill. Incredible. I love diving into the story behind the music that you love, but I also love doing this and just sitting with it, sitting with the music, sitting with the lyrics, and picking apart, oh man, this is why I love that so much. Is this going to be a series? I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you want more like this. But if you, like me, want to do specifically what Rakim asked us not to do and sweat the technique, click here.